Welcome, curlers and curling fans. Late draw here at the Gauge, 9:45 draw. Our feature game tonight is Team Shaylin Park, Sam Forestell versus Brooke Tracy and Alex Peasley from the Gauge, Park Forestell from Curl Moncton. Looking forward to a great game here tonight. Both teams have been on the ice previously, so starting off with Park Forestell having hammer after the draw to the button competition prior to the game. Two red rocks already in good positions. For Team Tracy Peasley, we have Brooke Tracy throwing shots 1 and 5, and Alex Peasley throwing shots 2, 3, and 4. Sam Forestell for Team Park throwing shots 2, 3, 4, and Shaylin Park throwing shots 1 and 5. So typical start so far. Just everybody trying to battle for that top 4-foot area. Little over curl here by Sam. Chance here for Alex to freeze into the pocket there that's been created. Put some pressure on it early. Just kind of played this shot, so he should be close. Just in case anybody's wondering, this is at the Gauge Golf and Curling Association. You are on our live feed, so that should be obvious. But come on down this week. There's been great curling action all week. Some more draws tomorrow. $10 for an all-event pass, and for some of the best mixed doubles players in the province here competing for the 2024 BrokerLink Mixed Doubles Canadian New Brunswick Championships to move on to represent New Brunswick at the Canadian Championships. Great event at our club. Some specials on all week at King's Club's concessions. Great atmosphere here at the club. We got a good crowd here on our late 9:45 draw. Still in attendance, so come on down and join us. Good shot there by Alex. A little roll to the inside. Puts in good position. Those red rocks are in back 4-foot. Kind of blocking the departure of that blue rock top button. So good setup for Team Tracy Peasley at this time. Sam's just going to try to jiggle things up here a little bit. Shaylin spent the whole sheet there trying to make that curl. A little heavy, a little wide maybe. Jammed it on the red rock. Still too blue lying in the 4-foot. Good draw here by Alex to put some serious pressure on Team Park Forestell first end. Going to the out-turn side. He's thrown this a few times this end already. Should be fairly close. If he was able to freeze on those blues, it'd be a pretty good scenario. Got two sweepers on this rock. Alex kicked out Brooke there at the last minute there to carve this over. Great shot by Alex. Top button frozen perfectly. I saw him pounding the pre-workout prior to the game, so I think he's going to be eager to sweep this entire game. He's going to be kicking Brooke out of that scenario as much as possible. I think he switched to water prior to the game. In our pre-event interview, he said he was unable to nap this afternoon, so pounded the pre-workout prior to the game. He's ready to go. So Sam getting ready for the blast. He's probably going to try to remove some blue rocks. That blue is frozen on the back blue, so he should be able to hit maybe half of this rock and blast 2 blue out of the rings. Ended up tight on that one, wrecked on the guard. Pretty good scenario for Peasley Tracy here, looking to replace that guard. 3 blue at the moment. Going to be hard to score if they get an appropriate guard up there, even if they don't throw, actually, at this moment. It's going to be tough for Shaylin to jiggle enough not to give up a steal of 2, perhaps. Good guard here, makes things tough for Park Forestell. Alex carving it over, trying to get to the center line. Freezing right in there is not going to hurt them. Great shot by Brooke. I think the only they have is maybe to kind of limit the damage, or do you draw to the button here? Try to... Not sure what the call is. Not sure what you can do here to maybe limit to maybe 2. Might be the best case scenario. Haven't really indicated any call with the broom so far. Going to talk about it at the hack area. Definitely running the top 4-foot one in. I think the best case scenario, like I said, would probably give up a steal at 2. We're going to look at the replay on that. Right on the nose. As predicted, steal at 2 for team Tracy Peasley. The crowd actually seemed to like that one. So on the board early, hammer didn't seem to matter on these 3 games we've watched today. Steal of 2, 1 or 2 in each of the first ends. So on the board early, Tracy Peasley without hammer steals 2. Park Forestell does retain hammer. I always say that like it's a little consolation prize, but giving up a steal of 2 isn't never feels good first end. So good start, dream start for Tracy Peasley. Brooke's going to try to place one top button, top 4, or even a freeze here. Most important shot of the end for a mixed doubles game. This one coming up kind of sets the tone for the entire end. Brooke a little light, ends up top 12. Allows Park Forestell to come around with the outturn. Same thing, top 4, top button would be a great start to this end for them. Over curl and just gets, just wicks the center guard. Break there for Tracy Peasley. Good chance to come around, half around any of those guards, get in the 4-foot area, top 4, top button. Just kind of shrink the zone right now for Park Forestell. Sticking with the in turn here. It could go around the out turn side as well, but either way. Stick with what you know. This is their draw to the button path for Tracy Peasley. That's probably why they're sticking to this side. They probably know it, know the line, know the weight. Both sweepers on this one. Top 8, a little short. Leaves another opportunity to for Park Forest. They'll come around with the out turn. Just get one top 4, top button. No, everybody's just come up light on this end so far. First one in there seem to me to have the best, have the advantage in this end. Sam is a little tight, little light on the first one. See if he can make the adjustment here. Carving it over, looks to be a little heavy. Ends up through the rings. Big mistake there. Another chance for Alex. He kind of blocked off the in-turn side. I imagine you'll see an out-turn here to kind of do the same thing. This scenario, he wants to be ideally top 4, top button, but if he's top 8 as well, he's going to take away both sides from Team Park Forestell at this point. Doesn't want to be heavy. Wants to stay in the way. Yeah, that's a big mistake. Big mistake by Alex there. Anything short would have made things difficult for Park Forestell. Not sure if there was a miscommunication on weight there. He won't like that one. Gives Sam another chance. Sam also threw his last rock through the rings in this spot, so he'll make the adjustment, I'm sure. Shaylin's already on this one, sweeping it to curl as well, which means yep. Taps things up. I don't know if that was the call or they were actually, it looked like the call was to come around on the out-turn side on that one, but ended up maybe tight and changed the call to a tap to the top 8 foot. Fortunate that worked out for them, but it does give Alex and Brooke a chance to come around the out-turn side and block that out-turn side off for Forestell Park. Shot. Yeah, once again we had a little wreck on that one. Good weight by Alex there. He gets by. He squeaks by there. He's in a good position, but does leave Shaylin a chance to get in there to lie too. Coming down to put the broom down, maybe give him a visual. Not sure what's happening. They're playing the takeout on that blue one. Maybe play the half rock in off on that one, maybe. Worked out fantastic. Kicked it to the top 4. Good call, but it does leave Brooke that same draw they've been trying to make the entire end to get top 4, top button, just to shrink the scoring area a little bit. Worked out. I think maybe drawing in there, just taking away that packet in there first would have been ideal, but he did, I think he made the call as intended, but it does give Brooke a chance to draw in there top button and maybe set up a steal. Maybe a little thinner on Sam's might have blocked this shot off, so maybe that was the call. But anyway, big shot for Brooke here. She gets this anywhere close, top 4 even, probably forces Park Forestell only 1 point here. Another heavy one. That path's kind of fooled both teams this end. Just anybody that threw it a little bit heavy, it just seemed to hang out there on them. I think both teams had about 4 or 5 shots there to get in there, top 4, top button, and nobody was able to make it. But anyway, open draw for 3 out of nowhere for Team Park Forestell to go up by 1, lying 2 already. We'll draw, see if Shaylin can hit the 8-foot here in this path. Nobody's been able to make this shot yet. Not touching it early. A little dust here by Sam. Over curled and wrecked on the front. Weight looked maybe a little light tight, I guess. The hardest shot in curling is the out-turn draw on sheet 1 currently. But anyway, 2 points tied up. 2-2. Park Forestell, Tracy, Peasley. Peasley has hammer going into the 3rd end. I'm going to pause for a moment for our sponsor, BrokerLink. Yeah, back to live action, our 3rd end of our feature game. Park Forestell, Tracy, Peasley tied at 2, playing the 3rd end. Little wreck on the first one here by Park Forestell and another draw by Tracy Peasley. 2 blue ones in play. A little opened up. I moved the center guard over a little bit, so this end is already a little more open than you'd traditionally see in mixed doubles. So Sam looking for a freeze here on his second. Perfect freeze here. Nice shot by Sam there. Going to be hard to remove that yellow, red. So you're looking at Alex probably going to follow that down, try to do the same thing, maybe even move it a bit unlock that red rock for the next couple shots. Kind of stay on top, just keep the same angle. Good shot by Alex, followed it down. It's still lined up on the back blue ones a little bit. He probably would like to have maybe kept that straight a little bit, maybe a little more weight, unlocked it a little bit more, but first things first, you're frozen right on top of the red. That's a good shot all around. I'm going to have to figure out how to get it out of there eventually, but at this point, you're happy with the result. Both teams are happy at this point. Well, guard by Sam. He's lying one on the button. Not a bad call. Good chance maybe to freeze one in there again. Alex just played this shot. Might be, even if he moves a little bit, maybe rolls half a rock frozen. Might be still in good shape here. Same shot he just played. A little heavy on that one. Tried to save it by getting a little wick off the guard. Unable to do that. Another chance for Sam to come around those guards, just to get in the way of the next shot. He's lying one on the button. Doesn't want to move that scenario at all, but just wants to get in the path right at this time. The only thing Tracy Peasley can do at this point is to try to jiggle that scenario, so anything in the way would be good. This one over curls quite a bit. Doesn't really do much. Didn't guard much there. Lines it up onto the situation in the button probably, but I'm not sure you need to worry about that at this time. If Peasley can maybe see any of that blue and might get some action off the back, and if he could stay in the forefoot, might get two. Got to squeak by this guard. Trying to play it as tight as I can. Brooks on the straight side. Just dusting it. Maybe carve it now. Getting by quite a bit. I think that's the third one Peasley's kind of gashed through the ring. So when you only have 5 rocks, you don't want to be doing that, making a habit of that. Not sure what Sam and Shay have here besides blocking the hole. Just take that shot away from Peasley and Tracy. Probably look to be a lock to steal one. Maybe at those angles, centerline guards are available to kind of run back, but if you were able to get this guard maybe half around one of that situation, you'd be take that away as well. It looks like they're going to do that. Did a good job of that. I don't think that straight back, that angles on those center guards are there anymore. Not much there for Peasley and Tracy, besides maybe a running in the corner guard. I think you'd be able to get one with that shot if you were able to hit half this red. Not sure if they've seen it or talked about it. Might get two, actually, if they were to make that. Not sure what the call is here. We're going to wait and see, folks. We're all in this together. I don't think there's much danger running in the corner guard. They opted for the out turn draw tap. Not sure if this is going to do anything for anybody. Steal a one for red. I think I don't think they talked about that that slash on the corner guard. I thought that was maybe for two, but needless to say, steal of one for Team Park Forestell. Tracy Peasley will have hammer going into the fourth end. Lots of opportunities for Tracy Peasley there in that end, just to get one top four, top eight, even something able to run in, but weren't able. They seemed to be a little fixated on the back 12-ish weight, so they're going to probably look to rebound on this end, get things top four, top eight, something to use. Shay and Sam, their first rock of this fourth end, perfectly frozen on the button, right in front of that blue rock. Great shot to start this end. Brooks going to be looking to follow them down, freeze on that one as well. Nice freeze by Brooke. Left a little angle there, which I always like. There's a path for that red to get out of that area entirely. Not a bad shot. Definitely has found the weight for the top button, what you want. So Sam still has an opportunity to, like a little tap, maybe roll to the top button here to set up a top button, back button scenario. Definitely don't want to be wide and heavy here. We've seen this out turn here 2 ends ago. I think both teams were unable to find the right line and weight in the spot. So Brooke found it there. Shaylin found it there. Looks like another great shot here by Sam. Little light, but that's how you want to miss that shot. We saw 2 ends ago. Alex and Sam were a little deep on that spot, back 8, back 12, sometimes through. That's the spot to miss it. Like that. Alex has a hard time navigating that court now. Probably has to change turns. So it wasn't, it's a prime example. Not exactly what you wanted, but a good miss, we call that. Like, it takes away that path from Alex, changes the turn up. 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a miss out of. Oh, kicked it early. I mean, look, we're going to check the replay on that. I think you see Brooke here right at the back of the little rock ring. Kicks it forcibly. Here at the gauge, we have an unwritten rule that that's beer here after the game. So we're going to have to remind Alex after the game that the table deserves a pitcher. But I typically, I very much enjoyed the kick at the back of the little rock ring there by Brooke. So it gives Sam a chance to come around with the in-turn here, get into that situation. Ideally, a perfect freeze on the top of the button would be take the end away for Tracy Peasley. This side's been resting a little while. We've seen an N2, the outturn side, being used pretty much exclusively. I think that's why you're seeing both teams coming up light on this in-turn side. As soon as you don't use that side a lot, it kind of tightens up and it's a little slower there. And I think both teams were a little bit surprised. I think Sam's a little happier with his result. It just kind of takes that side away. Brooke's looking to nose hit this red rock. If she can get to nose somehow, she'd be able to probably kick that red one out of the back button area. Got to be careful here a little bit. It's Alex's shot here, so want to skim by the guard, probably get to the inside of that red as much as you can. Definitely got to move that red one at the back button at this point. Brooke's looking to make this curl, which isn't a good sign. You don't want to hit this high side. Straight now. Good shot by Alex. Wasn't able to move that red one at the back button off a lot, or at all. Sam will be looking to throw a guard on that. It's not wasting any time at all. Didn't even wait for your sweeper to get there. Pretty obvious call. Outturn guard, top 8, top 12, even a 3, somewhere along that path. The only shot Peasley and Tracy have is to hit that blue as hard as they can to get kick that red out. This one over curled. Brooke's gonna have a shot here for probably 2 or 3. If she hits it a little thin. She hits this thin and is able to stick it on the back 8 foot, the side 8 foot one. Which might be a chance for 3 here. Apparently, I can't count to 3. Alex is still throwing here. Definitely got to move this red one off the back of the button at this point. Hit what you can see of that blue. Let things happen. You're going to lose the one back 4, but that's okay. Alex has a I play with Alex a couple nights a week the last few years. He has a tendency to be tight in this spot, so let's see if he can make this adjustment, get by the guard. Yeah, as predicted, wrecked on the long center guard. The tendencies, eh? The tendencies creep up in those situations. Just had to hit an inch of that blue. So big guard by Shaylin here. Needs this guard. Got a guard. The only shot Alex Peasley and Tracy have is to hit that blue one. On the high side, on the broom side. Kick that red out of the 4-foot. And if you can move that one back 8 behind the tee line there, you could probably score 2 or 3. So good guard is required here. Kind of hard to tell from our angle, but Brooke seems to think she can seal enough of that blue to make things work. So kind of like I said, kind of hard to tell by our angle here, but that looked to over curl a little bit. If you look at the center line, that blue one on the button is not on the center line, and either is the guard. So you can't see much, but she doesn't need to see much in order to make this shot. Trying to hit maybe an inch of this blue with some pretty good weight. So probably not peel, control peel maybe, like up normal. If you can somehow kick that one on the tee line edge of the 8 there out, you probably get 2 or 3 here. On it early. Not overthrowing this at all. Not sure she'd have enough weight to do anything. Great angle by Brooke there, just wasn't the appropriate weight choice there. If you could see, maybe she couldn't see enough. If you could see an inch of that, it was probably a peel weight shot was the call there. But anyway, another steal of, looks like to be a steal of 1 for Park Forestell. After giving up a steal in the first end, they battled back with 4 straight points. We're going into our 4th end break. We're going to take a little pause here for our sponsors. BrokerLink. Back to our feature game here. They're just setting things up for the starting the fifth end. Team Park Forestell up 4-2 on Tracy Peasley. Tracy Peasley does retain hammer. Consolation prize for giving up a steal there the last end. You do have hammer. For those of you familiar with mixed doubles, they do have the opportunity to do a power play at some point. You're allowed one per game. Neither team have employed this power play in this game so far, so I think the last four ends, I think you'll see maybe both teams use that. It was an interesting strategy by Team Sullivan. Thompson last game using it in the first end after they won hammer off the last shot draw. First end. I think that's a traditional play, I've been told, for Sullivan Thompson. So both teams still have that option available to them coming home in the last four ends. A little light there by Shea. First rock, so a good chance for Brooke to get one in there, top four, top button. Put the early pressure on Team Park Forestell. Just want to give, this is the gauge feed, so I want to give an early shout out to Team Riggs and Tracy, who are competing in the Canadian Eastern qualifier for the Canadian Junior Mixed Doubles Championships in Moncton, at Curl Moncton. They've put ice in the, if anybody's familiar with Curl Moncton, they have 5 sheets of curling ice, and on the other side they've, was supposed to be 5 sheets of curling ice, but they have pickleball that has been taken over the last few years, but they've taken that over for the Canadian Senior Championships, which is occurring next week. But this week they're the juniors are in town for their mixed doubles Eastern qualifiers, and just want to give a shout out to the Gage team, Team Riggs and Tracy, who are I think 4-0 going into, they've qualified through A division into the championship round, so and have played really well. They've outscored their opponents 40-15, I believe. I think I did some math, which is always scary, but they've been kind of dominating the field so far. So good luck to Team Noah Riggs and Sierra Tracy, as they, I think they have a full day off now before they play the championship round. So good luck to them. We'll be cheering for them every step of the way. So good start to this end by Peasley and Brooke Tracy. And they're lying 2 in the 4-foot and throwing, so if they were able to get one even half around that red rock, top 4, top 8 at this point, be a good start to this end for them. Working this one hard, both sweepers on it. Both sweepers on it just to get it by. Top button, back 4, all lined right up. Big shot required here by Park Forestell. Just been receiving texts from Noah Riggs after giving him a shout out. I think I said 40-15. I've been corrected. It's 40-14. So good showing by Sierra Tracy, Noah Riggs, and I'm sure that team is being carried quite heavily by Sierra Tracy. Sam, big shot required by Sam. I think they're playing the hit here, trying to remove a couple blue rocks. If that one top button's not going anywhere, but beautiful shot. Got rid of 2 blue rocks. Like I said, that top button one wasn't going anywhere, but he did get rid of the back button, back 4-foot rock. So back to square one here. Fully buried top button. Got to be careful with the next couple shots. You want to freeze in there, but you also don't want to leave a double. Both sweepers on that most of the way. Great shot by Alex there. Sinking one around. At least half buried. Sam might be able to play the same shot, get rid of both, but he's got to be careful. Great shot by Alex there. Keep the pressure on. Even if he does make the double, he is going to lose the shooter, and the red rock is only full 12, so they'll have lots of room to draw around that. Keep the pressure on Team Park Forestell. Trying to get on the board, but at least 2 here for Tracy Peasley. Rub this long guard. Big mistake there. Definitely wanted to at least get rid of one of those blue rocks. Big opportunity here for Tracy Peasley to guard. Probably guard at this point. He's always gonna have the double run on the red, but if you can kind of cock that off, just get guard half of that red guard, just bite center line, that probably takes that all the way. Alex throwing his 3rd rock here of this end. Not sure what the call is, but the obvious call is the guard. I think he indicated maybe the outturned come around as well. Yeah, going to freeze on his own, outturn, come around to the top button, put some serious pressure on it. It does leave a little showing on the outturn side for Shea to probably maybe get a double depending on where this is. This side's been sitting for a little bit, so it might be a little slower. Off and on. Alex, another nice one. That pre-workout is working on these hog line to stop sweeps. Great shot by Alex there. He made a lot of 3 great draws on this end to set this up. That's the difference. Little discussion here by Shea and Sam, trying to decide if they're happy to just maybe get rid of 1, 2 of these blues, or gamble a little bit, maybe play the red. Might give you the best result. Not sure what they've come up with. I think they went with the run back on the red. No, they didn't. They're trying to pick out that blue. Great shot by Shea there. Great shot. Gonna have a quick look at the replay on that. Just squeaks by the top 12-foot guard and was able to get rid of 2 blue. Great shot. Great shot. I think they're going to be happy with that. Draw for 2 here for Tracy. But overall, after that and the way it was setting up, I think Park Forestell are going to be happy with that. Still got to be made here. Got to hit a piece of the 8-foot for 2. Alex is on it early, trying to keep it straight. You don't want to rub on that red if you can help it. Ah, great shot there by Brooke. Great weight. Good sweep by Alex. Tied up to two for that, two on that end, tied up 4-4 after 5 ends of play. Heading into the 6th end, Park Forestell will have hammer. While we wait for them to set up these rocks for this end, we're gonna have a quick word from our sponsor. well. Lots of decisions here for Park Forestell. Great situation. They're lying 2. Angles aren't good for Tracy. Peasley at the top of the 8-foot here. Maybe looking to just tap things around. Maybe get set up a good angle. Big miss by Alex there on that guard. Wasn't in play. Just had to hit that red anywhere on the on the outside. Was able to kind of open things up for Brooke, but wrecked on a guard. Sam's looking to put some serious pressure on Tracy Peasley. Game tied 4-4. Park Forestell does have hammer lying 2. I think the call was to tap the blue onto the red and maybe stay frozen on the blue last I saw. Good shot there by Sam. Didn't move it a lot, but did set up a decent angle. Not much Peasley and Brooke can do with that. Probably able to get rid of the top 4-foot one, but still would leave Park Forestell with a draw for 2. See what they decide here. Outturn draw to the top 4, if you were to make it, probably guarantees that Park Forestell doesn't get more than 1. Gotta make it. Haven't seen that shot made a lot this game. I think they decided to hit the top 8-foot one onto the blue, onto the red, and hope that blue, the shooter stays right where it is, and maybe kick the blue off to block the outturn draw for 2. Not a bad call. You need to, probably if you throw too much weight, it'll kicks the blue too far and probably has an open hit for 2, but see what they decide. Alex is last. Definitely gets things moving, open things up. I think they actually settled on the outturn draw to the top 4 again. This is the shot that's caused them trouble the entire game. It's not going to be any different on this one. Weight that time, just lost the line. Shaylin and Sam figuring out how they can turn this into more than 2. They got 2 now. Trying to figure out what they're going to leave Tracy Peasley. Looks to be they're calling a hit on the one that Alex just threw. Might be a good option maybe to tap the middle one up, put the pressure right back on Tracy Peasley, but they're opting to hit this one. I think that'll leave Brooke a hit on that one that they were looking at last shot. Hit the top 8 onto the blue. Alex kind of jiggled it a little bit, so the angle's a little bit better. It won't get you shot, but it will make it tough for Park Forestell to score 2 points. So I'm not sure I like this call. Not that I have to. Just trying to nose hit this. Don't want to cross it and jam it on your own, that's for sure. Good shot. That was the call. So I think you'll see Brooke and Alex hit the top 8-foot red rock onto the blue, onto the red, and maybe kick one of them out of there, at least lie second shot. There, Alex is lining it up there now. I think the angles are better for them. I think that blue will stay pretty close to the top 4, top 8. And if you can keep your shooter there, that would block off any angle for Park Forestell. They're talking about the draw at this point, but that's tough. Haven't seen that one made yet. They talked about 5 different shots and went to the other end, so I'm not sure what they're playing at this point. I definitely like the hit here. You might be able to even, if it drags it all, kick the one out of the back of the 4, but we'll see. I think they might have settled on the draw. I'm not sure, but I don't like that. Don't like their chances there. It's a great shot if you make it, but it's super tough. I think that is what they're playing. I think the crowd will go wild if she makes this one. Alex is off and on, acting like it's close. Guarding. Ended up a guard. I'm not sure what the call was there, but it looked like they were playing the in-turn draw to the 4-foot. Just way light maybe, but it didn't, they weren't sweeping it, so I'm not sure what the call was. I still stand by my call. Hit the top 8-foot one onto the red, onto the blue, onto the red. Stay there. Make her have to make a difficult shot for 2. Ultimately, right now, she just has to hit full 8-foot for 3. In-turn draw anywhere full 8-foot through the hole. Got to navigate the guard that Brooke just threw up. Going to be a little stiff out here. Haven't played this shot at all this game, this far out. So you're probably going to aim at hack the board almost weight when you're throwing this kind of shot. But looks like she's going to come up light, steal, take. They're going to Park Forestell going to take 2 in the 6th end and go up 6-4. Interesting end. Not sure both teams are happy with the result. Tracy, Peasley giving up 2 here is never good. Sam Forestell and Shaylin had a chance for 3 there, but anyway, you take a 6-4 lead after 6 ends of play anytime, any day of the week. We're going to pause to update the score. Take a word from our sponsor. Another shot was just to simply draw to the 4-foot there. Was able to wreck on the guard. You're not allowed to remove that from play, but did move it over. Blue rock is now open. The power play, folks. We waited 7 ends for it, and it's finally here. Yes. So Peasley, Tracy trying to draw a second one around that corner guard. Great shot by Alex there. I'm not sure if that's totally buried. You're probably able to hit that. Even if you jam it on the back, it still moves it out of the top of the 8-foot and leaves it in a better scenario than what it is right now. Still not allowed to remove any of those blues from play. Mixed doubles is a little different than traditional curling. You're not allowed to remove any rocks at all from play, regardless of whether it's in the free guard zone or not, until you visibly see 5 rocks from the hack. So after 5 rocks have been played. So just trying to freeze, tap things around is fine here. Good shot by Sam. Out-turn, freeze, or to something on the edge of the 8-foot. Not something you normally see, but a great call, great shot. Made it perfectly. Still nothing to panic about for Tracy Peasley. I think you just probably come around, tap that up a little bit. Maybe if you even rub the red, kick it off frozen there, you're still in good shape. Lots of good options. Even a straight nose tap here. Alex is playing a little tap maybe on the red, out-turn tap. I kind of like the in-turn around the corner guard, just tap it a foot or two. Don't worry about that red one for now. But they're playing a little hit and roll. Well played, rolled for shot on the good angle. Is accessible to hit for Sam and Shea there. The one he just threw, just a nose hit. Good shot by Alex. Not the most aggressive call I saw there. He probably, like I said, he could have tapped the one that's top 8-foot just into a good spot. It would have made it tough for Sam and Shea to hit that without removing their own, but a little discussion here. It got them talking about it, that's for sure. Just a nose hit here. No need to panic. They're up by 2. Just trying to protect against the big end here. I think they can play board weight-ish. Try to stay as much to nose as you can here. Just in case Peasley and Tracy tap their own blue here up a little bit, you'll have this short little run back if you leave this one in play. Tight and probably a little, I don't know, the weight looked close, but just tight on the throw there by Sam. Wrecked on the center guard and didn't even, or the corner guard, and didn't even move it enough that it's still guarding the one top 8-foot. So not a great outcome for Park Forestell there. So good chance here for Peasley and Tracy to probably split the rings, come around. I don't know if they've decided, but you probably splitting the rings here. Play it more like a traditional end of four-person curling might be the shot here. I think you are lying two. I think you want to stay away from that scenario over there for now. I think that's the call. Alex is looks like he's splitting the rings anywhere T-line or better, even back 8 here. Just don't want to leave Shaylin and Sam something to make the double off of or roll under. You want to bring it back as deep as you can. Alex is going on, got to the T line. That's a great shot, lots of separation. All that Sam and Shay have is the big roll across the rings to behind those blue-red situation there and try to get buried as much as you can. That's why you wanted that one deep as you can. So if they make the roll, you might even still be shot at the end of it. So big shot by Sam here. Good setup by Tracy Peasley, looking at a chance for 3 here. Just kind of out of nowhere. Trying to make a curl. Just ticks it enough. Not out of the rings though, so what do you do now? Do you hit the red and lie 4? Or do you split the rings to take your 3 and worry about the red later? But a couple big misses there by Sam. Kind of sets up a big chance for Tracy Peasley here. I think they're going to go back to the splitting the rings here to lie 3. But it'd be interesting to see if they take on that red at some point. Alex just played this shot. This is probably a good call for now. You never want to count on those biters for your life if you can help it, but if the opportunity arises, I think you'll see them take a shot at that red rock later in the end. Looks close. Alex is off and on, trying to make a curl. You want this back 8 and as far off to the side as you can. Similar spot to his last. A little higher, a little better chance for Shaylin and Sam to roll buried here. Basically, they're only out at this point. Good shot, well played in by Tracy Peasley. Sets up this chance for 3, maybe even 4 if this is not properly executed. Sam just played this exact same shot, didn't curl enough, perhaps was a little bit heavy. So Shaylin's going to have to be careful here. Doesn't want to overcompensate and take too little and maybe roll out on the other side. And if he misses the biter, maybe has a chance for 4 here for Tracy Peasley. On it early for curl here by Sam. Rolls out as well, so now we're going to wait and see what they decide to do here. They do have a hit for 4. Simple draw for 3. But do you take on the shot for 4 here? 4 does give you a chance to go up by 2 coming home. That's analytically speaking, that's a big difference than being down up 1. I mean up 1. So I think it's worth taking on. Even if you were to hit this and roll out, you still take 3. Tough shot. You can't see all of this red rock. Probably 7/8 maybe. Board weight shot, roll to the 12-foot, get your 4. I haven't done my studies on analytics for mixed doubles, but I'm assuming that being up by 2 coming home versus up by 1 coming home is a big difference. So big shot here by Brooke. Oh, they've decided to just simply draw for 3. They probably know the analytics better than I do. I mean, up by 1 is maybe not that big a difference. I think I might have taken on that shot for 4. I'm a little bit greedy. Got to stop. And it does. Back 8. So 3, they're going to have a quick look, but 2 for sure. Now, if that wasn't 3, you definitely should have been hitting that red rock. But so I assume Peasley and Tracy would have been fairly confident that they were lying 2 prior to throwing that draw for 3. But Sam's going to have Shay look at this. If you weren't sure, like I said, if you weren't sure between these two, oh, Shay's kicking it off. So it is 3 for Peasley, and Tracy going into the 8th end up by 1. So 7-6 lead, Tracy Peasley over Park Forestell going into the 8th end. We have ourselves a barn burner. I think you're going to see another power play by Team Park Forestell with hammer here in the 8th end. Shall we do it again, folks? Pup, power play. Yes, sir. Our favorite. Yeah, thanks. The crowd's laughing. They're having a good time with the power play. So here we go. We saw Tracy Peasley use the power play effectively last end to score 3 to go up by 1 coming into the 8th end. We're going to see what Park Forestell can do with it. Let's see what the strategy is for Tracy Peasley. We saw the Park Forestell team try the tick shot on their first one of the 7th end. Let's see what Peasley and Brooke Tracy decide to do here. I think simply drawing to the 4-foot and ignoring that situation is probably the call. Good shot by Brooke Tracy putting that top 4. Now I looked at that. A lot of people at home might think, well, I'm just going to hit that blue one and get it, take it out of there. But that's a good shot. Top 4 by Brooke, simply because in the mixed doubles, in case you're not aware, it's not like the free guard zone. If anything in play cannot be hit until the 5 rocks have been played, are in play. So that can't be hit for a little while. So that's in a good spot. Park Forestell are going to have to deal with that later, but they can't deal with it now. So I'm going to try to freeze to it, I think, at this point. Another good call would have been just simply to come around that corner guard. Like I said, I've played 3 total games of mixed doubles in my life, so I'm professed to be no expert in this. But just thinking out loud here, I probably would have maybe played around that corner guard. You need a couple points to win this game, but you also got to deal with that top 4-foot one. So maybe coming around that corner guard, the other team throws a guard, then you're into it. But I think Peasley, Tracy are pretty happy with this scenario, knowing that they were going to be facing a power play in this end. Another freeze here, a little pocket built at the top of the 4 here. I throw a guard. Center guard's never a bad idea when you're trying to steal or limit your opponent to a single point here. So a little meeting of the minds here between Shay and Sam. Kind of changes the whole complexion of this end. You can hit things at this point. We see 5 rocks in play. Could peel here. You are lying second and third. You only need 2 points to win. I think they're playing a freeze to those rocks at the top. 4. Let's see what Sam comes up with here. Looks like this might be tight. He's had a tough time with that outturn, over curling on him all day. Rex hard on the center guard. Almost noses it. Phelan's working it out the back, but a good break for Peasley and Tracy there. Leaves the center guard and their shot top 4. Could freeze in the pocket, throw a guard. You could hit the red. A couple different strategies to employ here. Lots of options, lots of good options for Tracy Peasley. I think the in-turn freeze to that top, even if you move the blue a couple of inches, is really good. I think the call was the straight guard, though. Might be tempted to freeze on my own here. I think that was the call, the steal to just straight guard, but like I said, I think it's almost balls to the wall steal chance here for Tracy Peasley. I think guards are great, but gotta put some pressure on here in case you miss one of these. You'd be looking at 3. A little light on the and over curled there a bit on by Alex. I think there's the chance to come around and maybe tap that blue one out for Shea. We've seen lots of curl on this intern side. Great game in our feature draw here, coming right down to the wire. We've been lucky today. In our first game, we saw Team Grattan Worm versus King King come right down to the wire, with Gabby King coming through with a clutch hit and stay for the win. In our second draw, we saw a lopsided victory of King King once again over Team Sullivan, upsetting Team Sullivan and Thompson. And another game here coming right down to the wire. Park Forestell 6, Tracy Peasley 7. Park Forestell with hammer. Looking like they're going to peel those center guards off. Don't like the way that things are looking up front. They somehow make a double peel, though. It's going to be tough. Tracy Peasley going to have to make a perfect guard the rest of the way to not give up 2. Missile here by Sam. I'm not sure who's catching these. Great double peel. Probably all he could do, best he could do. So basically it's guard for your life if you're Tracy and Peasley. Could hit the red at this point, but probably leaves Park Forestell with a double to lie 2. So kind of locked in at this point to garden for your life and guard that blue here on out and see how it works out. You are lying 1 by the looks of it. We don't have an overhead view here, but looks to be 1 blue. Just sweeping it for line. Looks close. Not sure if it got to the spot. Looks like the outturn side's available to maybe tap that blue out. Not right in behind the sheet here, so I can't really tell. But they are playing a little hack weight shot, maybe to move that blue. I think if you can see any of that blue, now's the time to take a run at it. So Sam with his last of the 8th end, lying second and third shot, just trying to deal with that blue top 4. He came up a little tight on his last outturn in this spot, had the same shot 2 shots ago. Ended up nosing the guard, so let's see if he can make the adjustment here. On it early for straight. Looks like Alex is coming out to... Yeah, definitely a little tight on that outturn again. So, Park Forestell with hammer. Brooks looking for a nice tight 3 guard. Want to be tight right in front of that blue. I think Shay, if you make a good guard here, she might have a tap for 1 perhaps, or a run on these on this one and the one top 4 maybe for the win. But definitely a pressure shot by here by Brooke Tracy. Needs a great guard here to put the pressure on Park Forestell. Seen this shot a few times, should be close. Alex is on the straight side for now. Sweeping it to curl. Kind of hard to tell. Definitely a longish guard. Got to get it over. Not sure if that curled enough for them. Very long, so even if it was perfectly guarded, you should have both turns available to maybe tap it out for the win. Shay's gone down the ice already. She has a good image in her mind already of what she wants to do. Looks like that out turn is probably the shot. She's seen it on Sam's a couple times. Sam was a little tight on both of his, so I think you just got to get it out there and let it curl in for you. Timeout called. Oh, they're trying to get the attention of the timers. Matt Monroe's back there. Maybe, I think he's the timer for this game. Catherine's on her way out to help out with the timeout. I think we've got the clock stopped. Basically, they're just the shot hasn't changed. They're just talking about where to put the broom, how much weight to throw. Maybe they're tight on time. I can't see the time clocks from our angle here, but just give her a little bit extra time in the hack. It's a game-winning shot, so you want to make sure you know where to put the invisible broom and how much weight to throw, that sort of thing. So just have a little chat in the hack. Give yourself some time to breathe. So, out turn, hack weightish, back 8, just try to tap it out of the forefoot for the win. Sam's on it early for straight. Straight. No mistake by Shaylin Park there. Saw a couple shots by Sam over curl, but made the adjustment, took a little extra right, a little more weight, made no mistake. Little misguard on Brooke Tracy's last one, just coming up a little long there. Gave her both sides to look at, but great game. Still, Shaylin Park and Sam Forestell score 3 in the 8th end for a 9-7 victory. So thanks for tuning in tonight there, folks. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Myself and Chris Jenkins will be joining you off and on throughout the remainder of the event. So tune in tomorrow for a couple events on our stream, and we'll have a good night and talk to you tomorrow.